What's up guys, Erroneous here, back with another Raid Shadow Legends video. In today's video, we do have the boosted summons event going on for the brand new Fragment Summon champion, which is this chick right here, EOSTRID DREAMSONG. She is a pretty strong champion in general. I do recommend going for her if you have the resources, if it's right for your account, of course. If you're super late or end game and you just have tons of champions that are really strong to begin with, you may not need to go for her, but I also recommend going for these fragment champions or fusion champions in general because you can fill your faction guardians, especially if you pull them in the future, or even if you pull them while the fusion or fragment event is going on. So for me, I'm going to definitely go for this chick. She's going to sit in my fragment summon here. What I plan to do for today is likely I'm just going to pull enough shards so I can get the points for the champ chase, right? I'm going to get the fragments here, the 15 fragments. If I do really well, maybe I'll go a little bit harder and try to go for the Eternals. Basically, that's just one Eternal stone. So that's kind of cool. Obviously, you can convert it into the big essence, the gold essence, if you wanted to. Eternal essence, I think it's called. But it's up to you. To be honest, it's kind of cool if you want to push really hard to get like this mythical shard or mythical relentless gear, not mythical shard. And yeah, I mean, I would definitely recommend going for this if you have the resources, but keep in mind there's going to be possibly like a hero's path or something in between. So let me just take a quick peek at the news. You can check it here. Let's take a look. Is there going to be a hero's path? It should say it. So it doesn't state it here, but let me open this up into a new page. It does not showcase if there's a hero's path, but you could get 30 additional fragments over in overage. So that means 20 of them are coming from the tournament leaderboards, which means you can get 110 fragments from in general. So you can potentially skip out on 10 of her fragments. So if you wanted to, if you didn't want to pull a ton of shards, you could just go for the first 5 fragments, to be honest, which is 2150. But then you have to make sure you're going for every event, which is Dungeon Divers, and every other tournament, you know, for dungeons, artifact enhancement, champion training. You've got to go for everything else if you're going to skip out on 10 points. That's the only leeway that you have, is 10 fragment points. So for me, I'm going to go for this here because it's also a 2x chance to get legendaries and a chance to get Newt as a progressive chance champion. That's pretty insane. I mean, double Newt would be crazy on anybody's account. He's going to make Fire Knight hard, like less than 2 minutes, which is hard 10, I mean. Less than 2 minutes long. Probably even faster than that if you have other champions like Seer. If you have Kymar to reset. I mean, it's just going to be an insane composition in general. So I'm putting in Newt, even though I don't have Sakia. I don't have this chick here, Contra the Cyclone. I also did go for that specific fusion with Fire Gun. I think it was for Mikage, if I'm not mistaken. I think she's for Mikage. I don't recall. I think it was for Mikage. I pulled Mikage a while back, but I'm pretty sure Fire Gun is with the Mikage fusion. But either way, we're going for Newt. We're hoping we can get a legendary at least. I'm probably just going to stop. That's new. Is that new in the shop? New reward type? Oh, okay. Meh. I mean, I'm free to play, so I just thought that was kind of interesting. I haven't seen it like that before. So yeah, I'm probably just going to go for the 15 fragments. I might stop. If I get lucky, awesome. I'm probably going to pull 60 shards. I could pull less. If I could pull 40 if I get lucky and get a ton of epics, then I'll be good. I also recommend potentially just pulling your fragment champions from here. So I have 3 legendaries, which is 1,500 points, which means I might not need to pull a ton of shards. So I think I'm actually going to do that instead. So let's go ahead and pull Ancora out. Let's pull out the other 2 champions as well. We'll get a bunch of points from this. And then you could also potentially fuse the epics like Broadmaw and what's the other dude's name? Relic Keeper, I believe. So you could fuse those champions as well as the rares. You'll get points from fusing the rares. Let's see. We can summon him too. Perfect. Vassal the Seal. That's from Doom Tower Hard. I think he's the 3rd to last or 4th to last champion you get as legendary in Doom Tower Hard. And now I'm focusing on Chromax right now on my account. So we're already at 1,500 points just from that, right? So here you can see I got this 100 energy. I'll just keep it there for now. We got ourselves a soul stone. We're stacking up on the mortal soul stones as well. And let's go ahead of here. I want to see if I can make one of these guys. I probably can. 1, 2. Okay, I don't want to feed this one. I'm actually going to use her in the future. So I can't make one of him, Relic Keeper. Can I make Broadmaw? No, unfortunately I can't. But I can't make this one. Okay, so I can make this guy, which is kind of cool. I think it's like 300,000 though, which is a bit much. But I think it's 50 points for a void rare. Let's see. Hey, at the end of the day, points are points, right? That all stacks up. It all adds up. So I can make... How many can I make of this dude? Okay, that's 2. That's 100 points right there just for doing a void rare. Like I said, you can do this on your account too. It's going to help you progress faster, right? And if you want to do this, it's fine. I mean, even though it's a rare, this is 150 points. And then eventually I'll be able to fuse another Broadmaw. I just need these 2 champions, more copies of them, or at least one of her, so I can do 1 Broadmaw for the next fusion. But why is the game crashing? I don't know if it's just me, but the game has been crashing a lot lately in Plarium Play. I don't know why. I really don't understand why. It's very confusing. I'm going to go ahead and log out, log back in. But again, the game keeps crashing on Plarium Play. There's something going on. Does anybody else have this issue? Has Plarium Play been crashing for you? Let me know in the comments down below. Kind of frustrating. But I should have got another 150 points just from fusing those rares. It's actually big. So let's see here. So I'm at 1650 already. And that means I only need to get like 1 legendary to get her, the first 5 fragments. Pretty cool. So let's start here. Let's go ahead and pull 1 ancient to start. We're currently at 44 ancients into pulling shards. So we're way far off. We got starting off with the rare War Maiden. Cool. Strong starter type champion basically, or champion that you can get really early game from campaign. The drop defense. Here we go. We got 1 epic in Jizzo. We're hoping for a lot of epics, of course. There's 2 epics. I mean, food is important, right? Because you're going to need to use these food champions for champion training, which is going on as well. That's 11 so far. Here we go. Another epic. Another epic. Okay, that's big. Another epic. Sakara, sister of Alika. 5 epics in 1. Pan the Bowhorn. Isn't this a new guy? I don't think I have him. Freeze on the A1. Ignores 50% of the target's resistance if the target's speed is equal to or less than this champion. Okay. Attacks all enemies before attacking. Increase attack buff and speed on this champion for 3 turns on a 3-turn cooldown. That's pretty strong, so he'll always have this on himself. Attacks 1 enemy 3 times. Each hit will ignore 10% of the target's defense. Each hit will also has a 75% chance of placing a true fear. Okay. Ignores 50% of the target's resistance if the target's speed is equal to or less than this champion's. If the target's a boss, 75% chance of placing a weaken. Debuff for 2 turns instead. Will ignore 50% of the target's resistance. Pretty decent. Speed in dungeon by 20%. Not bad. And then this one here ignores resistance, 50%, which is not bad. So he could go with a lot of damage and really low accuracy. It is a 50% chance to land double hitter, so pretty decent for early stages of Fire Knight Hard. Not a bad champion, but 5 epics though. That already completes it, I think, right? No, it's a lot of points. That's like 1250, I think. Just from the 5 epics? That's big. That was actually huge. I might actually not need to pull 60 shards. Okay, let's keep it going though. I started at 141 shards. We're now down to 120, so that's 21 shards. We've already got a ton of epics, so that's big. We got a legendary. Okay. Ah, Strategos Island. This is actually a strong champion. It's a strong champion. It's not Newt. It's not Newt. But Strategos Island, we pulled at what, about 80, maybe 70 something shards in. Okay, that's not too bad though. And Aina as well. Strategos, I didn't go for this fusion, but he is a very strong champion, especially for Hydra. He can tank and be your mischief target. He's so strong. He places a lot of buffs on allies and then places a counterattack on himself. And he does pretty decent job in arena as well on defense. If you're early mid game, a little bit into the late game, good for gold 5 or below. I don't really see him in higher tiers. I've never seen him in live arena, but he's more of a PvE champion rather than PvP, in my opinion. So that's 31 shards in. Let's just take a quick look again where we're at. I might actually be able to get that mythical if I wanted to. Whoops, pressed the wrong one here. Okay, so we're already done with 31 shards. That's big. We're at 4370. We might even have a shot at getting this if I wanted to. And I'm feeling pretty lucky. I mean, one legendary. It's not a faction guardian. It's a brand new champion on the account. I pulled 31 shards. I could continue to save and just be like done with this as a free-to-play player because I'm starting to save my shards a lot more often now. But I'm being a little bit greedy here. I'm going to go until my vault is full here. So I have another 25 shards to go. So 31, 25, that's 56 shards. So we're just going to do that. And then we're going to stop. I think that's fair. Hopefully we get more epics, maybe even a legendary in the mix. Let's see. Fane. I had plenty of copies of her. I don't need her. Pitiless one, not that strong. Another 580 points in the bag. We'll take it. Come on. One more legendary. Let's get greedy here. Come on. Just a little bit. Infernal. Warden. Okay, okay. 3 epics in the last one. Jeez. That's actually insane. I can pull 5 more, or I could stop. We're actually doing really well on the 2x here. Yeah, we're doing really well. I'm at 5770. I'm in 4th place right now. I might consider going for the top spot. I mean, honestly, I feel like someone's going to go crazy at the end and just get this top spot. But mythical gear is pretty insane. Not going to lie. I may just stop here for now and then reconsider in the future. The best thing for me to do really would just be to stop and not even keep focusing on this. But this is the most shards I've ever actually saved as well. So 1 legendary, not too bad. We'll take it. And then a brand new epic. Let's see. Oh, here's another legendary. These are all the legendaries I pulled from the Fragment Summon portal. And Korra will build at some point for Live Arena. Vassal, I'll build him someday. I just don't want to build him anytime soon. He's definitely a strong healer. He's not a super big damage dealer, though. And then this guy right here, Pan the Bowhorn, a decent epic. Probably going to be great for Cursed City as well. Yeah, I mean, not bad. We got a legendary. That's all we have to say to show for. I'll have to rewatch the video to see where I'm at with my Ancients since I hit the pity there on Strategos Island. So we'll take it. And I think I'm just going to stop here. I was thinking of doing an additional 5. But honestly, 41, 51 shards for Ancients is good enough for me. Again, I didn't get the newt, but it is what it is. Should I do the 5? I'm thinking about it. I think I'm going to stop for now. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Good luck if you're pulling for newt, and I will catch you all in the next one. Take care.